Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so. Shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Here's Trubisky to throw. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good... Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Haskins will throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds McCoy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And a catch good, it's Eifert. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Flush to his right. And Eifert has him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got his man, it's Eifert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now it's Trubisky, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and now Trubisky lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got this one complete to Fountain. A gain there of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, 18.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Sheds off the tackle. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On third down, Trubisky. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, Trubisky. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. To try again after the sack. Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
I don't want to create more hype than what is there, but this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield, and it's third down.
Push it back. Push it back.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a third down.
3rd and 7.
Yeah. 10, touchdown. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
A 37-yard.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And he lost the football. And this one will be Tyler Boyd. He's going to go. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Here we go. Here we go. Hit the flag. Go. Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Safe.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for... And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky, and the catch good. It's Eifert. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch a slap.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Got his man, it's Eifert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And Eifert has it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing here, Trubisky. He gets this one to Boyd. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bengals on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, Has that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third? And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short, as he did not get the push he needed. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, it'll end here on a slightly positive note with a victory, but there weren't many other positives in a season that saw them finish 3-13. And they will enter this offseason with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to